Hi everyone, welcome to a new tutorial video from GameKey Controller. This is going to be a new series of videos to show all the elements in the assets in a better order than before. So you can expect more videos from now on. I'm going to show you the first steps to download the asset from the store and install it into your project, either a new project or a previous existing one where you have progress. So let's go to the package manager, and we're going to search the asset, in this case GameKey controller. For this tutorial I use it 2019 4.9, but you can use any version higher or equal to that, including Unity 6, as the asset works without problem in all of them so far. Okay, so you know how the package manager works. You can see usually here or here the buttons to download one or import or updated in case there is a new version. Right now this is the current version, but if there is a new one you can do the usual update and import. In this case I'm going to import to this project. Usually the time to import the asset into a project used to be about 3 or 5 minutes, maybe less, according to the specs of the PC and the version of Unity in general. Okay, so now this panel appears and you can press import and basically leave all selected in the folder of the asset, and here in project settings you can basically uncheck everything, as we just need input manager and tag manager. You click import and this will take just a few minutes. Okay, so the process is complete, and you can see now that the asset is in the project here. I said before that the only input project setting that you need is input settings and tag manager, and you can either select it when importing the asset, or you can find the respective presets here, where you can use here in project settings. This is the preset system of Unity itself. So right now the settings here is the one from GKC, but you can select here in case you want to add it into your project later than during the import. Take into account that Unity itself overrides the previous settings that you have in input manager or tag manager. In this case is how Unity works, but you can combine them manually, or you can also remove those tags and manager tags and layers that you don't need or you are not going to use. I will tell later which of these tags and layers are not necessary. There are not many of them in any case. But as I said before, you can select here the presets from GKC that are included into the asset itself. Okay, so now you can open any scene. In this case I'm going to use this one. Also the asset will work with any render pipeline. In this case it's using the default one, but if you are using URP or HDRP, you are going to just do the process to convert the materials of the project to that pipeline, which is simple and easy. I will talk about that in another video. Okay, so now we have here a simple scene, and you can press play and you will notice this. The first time that you play any of the default scenes, you will see this message, which basically tells a couple of things about the asset. For example, what I already said about the tags, layers and input process for the presets, and the animation package that needs to be imported, because if I close and press play again, the message, the pop-up will not appear, but you will notice that some animations are missing. But this is not a bug, it's just the animation needs to be imported. In this case, you can go here to GameKey controller settings button and open the initial pop-up, and here you can scale this in case it's not visible in your screen, and the link for the animating package is always linked here, so you can press here and $1. And just it's a package file, so once you have it ready, I have here already the package. You can press on it and import it into the project. It will take just a couple of minutes, and it's an automatic process. When the import window appears, just you don't need to press anything, just import, and the package will be imported into the project. So the import is complete. So what you need to do now is to close the project and open it again, because the system will automatically assign all the info to the of the animations to the animator themselves. So you just open it and everything will work out of the box. So now the project is open, and let's try now. I hit play, and you will see that the animations are properly played in all the characters on the scene, including the player. So now we can jump. You can see the other item moving around. We can shoot and everything. Okay, so there is also right now you can use the asset as it is, and there is nothing else that you need to do. But one alternative is here in the initial pop-up. You can also see the public repository of the asset, where you can download other stuff. In this case, there are 3 elements that you can import into the project, which is the buoyancy system, which is to assistant to make objects float on the water, including the player vehicles and other things, and the slide system that are used to slide the character and other objects in real time. What you can do basically is just press here and $1 zip, and the public repository will be $1 into your PC. And once it is on your folder, you can import the buoyancy system, easy slide system, and limit hacker system, this is package. And once imported, the only thing you need to do for the slide system to work is to uncomment one component, which is slide systems utils. It has a few lines commented used for this system. So once imported, you can go here and press on those commented files, commented lines, and uncomment it. But this must be done once you import the 2 slides package. But neither of these are mandatory. You don't need to use the slide system to interpret. You don't want to use it, and neither with the buoyancy. One more interesting thing to tell is that maybe you try the demos of the asset before purchasing it, or maybe you have the asset into your project, and for any reason the input is not working. Don't worry, this is probably because you have a gamepad connected, and by default the system ignores the keyboard to use the gamepad. But you can go here to the main player on the scene, here player and game management, and go to input manager, and here there are 2 options: ignore the gamepad, when in this case will allow to use just the keyboard, and ignore the gamepad even if it's connected, and allow keyboard and gamepad. You can enable any of this in order to use both the gamepad and the keyboard, or just the keyboard. And finally, I'm going to show you how to create a new scene. You can use any of the demo scene as a base for your game to start to work on on your game in any of those scenes. But in this case, I'm going to create a new scene. So you can see what is the basic to add for a new scene for GKC. In this case, we can remove the main camera as the player already has it, and search on the project my player. This is the default prefab, but if you make a new player, you can just create a new prefab from it and drop it into all your playable scenes. I'm going to drop it here, and as always, I'm going to use to add a simple cube for the ground. Scale it, and this is all. From here, you can add enemies, vehicles, weapons, what you prefer into the scene. But this is the minimum to work on any playable scene. One thing that you can do that the system will make automatically when you press start play back what you can do in the before of that, and which is made when you make a new player into a new scene, is here in player and game management, main game administrator, press this button and main managers to scene, and the system will add automatically all the main managers in the game, which are used in general, like inventory info, decal, pickup managers, faction system, etc. So if I hit play, it will work out of the box with your player or the default one. By default, he can do all the main actions of the system. A final tip that I'm going to tell is that in project settings, in any version of Unity from this one to up, you can go to the project settings editor window, and here in enter project mode settings, you can enable it and just use the reloaded scene. This will make that when you hit play, the game will start much faster here on the editor. By default, this is activated in, I think, in 2020 or of Unity or higher. I can't remember, but you can, in any case, check it here. Another interesting thing about the input, for example, is that in player window, you can go here and check that the input manager by default used is either the old one or it use both. So you can enable both in case that the version of Unity that you are using or some asset that is in your project needs the new input. GKC already has his input manager, which works on the old system of Unity for the input. But when the option activate, it will work with both the old and the new one. Another thing is that this asset is compatible with any kind of model, either for the player or the enemies or friends, and you can use either a humanoid model or generic one for animals, monsters, and so on. And just make sure that when you use a model for the humanoid part, make sure that on the settings of that model, the original one FBX file, you can check here that the rig is humanoid in his setting, as many times when you port this kind of models into your project, they are as generic, but just make sure that it's humanoid and you will be able to use it on the character creator, either for player or IA. And when you import an animal, a monster or similar, this setting will be generic, as that can use a humanoid rig. But in general, any model is 100% compatible with GKC, either for player or IA. So this is all for today. I'm going to make new videos from now on with me talking here. I'm going to also try to improve my pronunciation. But there will be new videos as soon as possible. And you can also comment me what type of videos you would like to see, what system you would like to be covered, and any suggestion is always welcome.